there. Welcome to Villa Santosh, located at Silver Palms Estate, Bonacore, Tobago. This is our location for this week's episode of Let's Talk Tobago. Now, if you want to find out more about this villa and the lineup of stories we have for you this week, stay with us. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. This is Let's Talk Tobago, and we're starting right now. Let's go. The UNDP has a Tobago Innovation Challenge. The Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition is back and promises to be a grand affair. And Tobago Library Services celebrates 75 years.
Give praises, praises. This is Franz Job, the country boy, and you're watching Let's Talk Tobago.
Do you have an innovative idea that can stand under the banner Tobago clean, green, safe, and serene? Well, this competition is for you. We have all the details in this story. Listen up.
The Tobago Innovation Challenge is on. If you're a group, business, or individual with an innovative idea for an eco-conscious project, you can make your pitch under the theme Tobago, clean, green, safe, and serene. The competition is spearheaded by the Global Environment Facility Small Grants Program, GIF SGP, under the UNDP Accelerator Lab.
We get projects for the environment and for social innovation. Under the environmental projects, we're looking at areas related to biodiversity, climate change, land degradation, chemicals and waste at international waters. And for social innovation, any sort of project that seems to build peace in society. The Tobago Innovation Challenge provides 3 tiers of funding: $5,000 up to $10,000 and up to $20,000. The $5,000 tier is open to projects that are in the planning or prototype phase, so there's still a bit of testing involved. Funding up to $10,000 is available to individuals, companies, and NGOs that are very much commercial in nature. And then we have the $20,000 funding tier, which is specifically for environmental projects and CSOs and NGOs. For the Tobago Innovation Challenge, the Accelerator Lab, together with the Global Environment Facility Small Grants Program, have prioritized Tobago because of the island's particular needs: its climate vulnerability, the proportion of its economy that is dependent upon rural economy, and finally, its strong emphasis on tourism. We think these things require a bit of a priority, and so we have the Tobago Innovation Challenge.
To apply for the challenge, visit the UNDP TT's landing page at bit.ly/UNDP Tobago. You can also visit UNDP TT on social media to find out more. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
So if you're crazy about local culture, here's some good news. The Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition is back, and this year is its Diamond Jubilee. Now we have a little taste for you, from our crew to you. Check it out.
So folk song, dance, and theatre. Those were the offerings at the prelims for this year's Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition, which kicked off over 2 days at the Signal Hills Secondary School. To find out a bit more about it, we're going to speak to the cultural officer too, here at the Department of Culture.
Please come in.
There we go.
This year, we saw groups coming back to the fore, bringing it out, really upping the ante and really showcasing Tobago's cultural diversity, its glory and its splendor. And so last weekend was an opportunity for us to revel in nostalgia, in what we have achieved as a people, and it's something we look forward to every year, and we hope to see more of this at the national stage when we get to the finals later on in the year. This is kind of for the end of July into August, and we will see people who would have qualified in the various disciplines in music, in dance, in drama, short story, poetry, Miss Lauren Revere.
And you've heard it. Pretty exciting stuff. So that's enough from the Luga and I. Let's go to the highlights shot by the Division of Tourism to check out what we missed.
Dance the bell, we go dance the bell. We go dance the
big in Tobago back in the day. Now, when you come out in the expensive feather headband, all the old folks would enjoy it. They would sit all night and listen.
So you're never too young to learn how to respect others, especially if it can make a difference in the fight against gender-based violence. So what can you do about it? Well, the Roxborough Police Youth Club has an answer through Project Tomorrow. Check it out.
Project Tomorrow is training our men on renewed respect for women. The Roxborough Police Youth Club is taking its initiative to schools to make a difference in the lives of more than 100 Standard 5 boys from East Tobago. They are learning how they can help in the fight against gender-based abuse.
The session was very interactive. It was great, and I learned the meaning of stand-up.
I learned not to be abusive and to be humble.
We know that a lot of violence happens at our secondary school, sometimes even with boys against girls. So that with a program such as this, it should assist the boys and give them skills and coping mechanisms to treat with those kinds of issues at secondary school. So that I think that this group that they're targeting is really good.
We are preparing the young boys in order to be responsible, and therefore their behavior, what is expected of them, and how they will embrace education and not being violent, but being respectable to our female and our women in terms of their behavior, in terms of their mannerism, in terms of their deportment.
Project Tomorrow was launched last year and has reached young men in East Tobago communities and secondary schools. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Guys, we have to take a break now, but stay close. When we come back, we tell you about the Tobago Library Services 75th anniversary celebrations. Stay close. Villa Santosh is located at the popular Silver Palms development in Bonaccord, just 5 minutes away from the A&R Robinson International Airport. This family-friendly villa has 3 ensuite bedrooms and a large pool with a kiddie section. It's a great spot for your next vacation, whether you're cooking outdoors to entertain friends and a family or simply into Netflix and chill. It's also close to restaurants and popular beaches like Pigeon Point and Store Bay.
I'm Carol Warner and you are watching Let's Talk Tobago.
When last have you visited the library? Well, you'll be pleased to know that after 75 years, Tobago's libraries remain a safe space for persons to read and research. Let's follow Ryan McCool to the Scarborough Library.
In the same way that you can build muscles in the gym, you can help train the mind in the library. As you can see, you can be readers, dreamers, explorers, researchers, authors, storytellers. Basically, the possibilities are endless. You can lose yourself in a book and develop the mind and train it in ways beyond your imagination. So to learn a little bit more about the library services, let's go speak with the staff here to find out about the services that are being offered in Tobago.
Tobago Library Services is a government entity. It falls under the purview of the Division of Education, Research and Technology. Its responsibility is to manage and deliver library and information services to the people of Tobago. And so we do that in our 3 public libraries at Roxborough, Charlottesville and Scarborough, in our 9 secondary schools as well as a few primary schools. We also are responsible for the Tobago Archives, which is located right here at the Scarborough Library on the 2nd floor.
Tobago's libraries are free access for all on the island, a privilege that was non-existent during the early 1920s to 1948. Back then, only scholars who could afford it had access through paid subscription. However, with government funding and increased publications, the library's bookshelves have expanded, serving a much wider demographic.
Now you have a situation where even the youngest child can come into the library and can find a book, can learn to read, can become literate, right? Our collection is not restricted just to print material. as in 1948. You have books that are available in non-print format, digital format. You have audio books. You have different types of materials and different formats that you can access.
Reflecting on the past, Ms. Dinoon remembers librarians migrating to Tobago, whereas today, the island has 9 professionally trained Tobagonian librarians. April 26, 2023 marked the library service's 75th milestone, which was celebrated with a collage of activities, including a commemorative walk from all former locations of the Scarborough Library.
The theme for this year's celebration was honoring the past, embracing the present, and creating the future. And for the 75th anniversary, we had a week of activities, Monday to Saturday, catering to the different age groups that, frequent the library.
The Tobago Library Services actively partners with external stakeholders to assist in its outreach programs in serving the visually impaired, remote communities, and even prisoners. To learn more about these services, one can visit Tobago Library Services on Facebook or visit your nearest library. I'm Ryan McCool for Let's Talk Tobago.
Potholes in Tobago are meeting their match, or their mix to be more precise. The Division of Infrastructure is introducing this new technology to deal with the problem. It's called the cold mix asphalt technology. Let's find out more about this from the source.
We're introducing the population and the driving public to temper patch or cold mix. Basically, the area just has to be clean, dry, and you apply the temper patch. I must emphasize it is a faster way. Less manpower needed, not much equipment needed. So you could cover a wider area in a shorter time span. In terms of the lifespan or where this cold mix process is, it's believed to give you over a year. To the road users, as myself, I am feeling happy, not because I am in the division, but to see that they are trying their best to make the traffic rules and the road problems situation in Tobago a little bit more comfortable for drivers. Because drivers have been complaining for years about the road situation on the island. And bringing this new initiative, I think it's a good way to start, a good direction that the division is heading, and just want to commend them on it.
That's it, guys. We've come to the end of this episode of Let's Talk Tobago. But for more of our content, follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also visit our website, tha.gov.tt, for more. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, and on behalf of all of us at the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, thank you so much for viewing, and see you soon. Bye.